Good evening, everyone. Is my voice audible? Can anyone confirm? Please type S in the chat box. Thank you, Supraja. Welcome to today's event. Today's event is our first session on hands-on workshop on Kotlin. This is like a foundation to the Android development course. We will be looking into Kotlin today from the basic to advanced level. Maybe we can't complete totally Kotlin, we'll just complete until functions today. So before starting the session, I just want to know that as everyone installed Android Studio in their PCs. Okay, if you didn't install the Android Studio, please install, as it is an hands-on workshop. It will be better to do with me. So if you have any doubts, you can just ask me, but it will take a lot of time. So you can just install now, and for the future sessions, it will be useful. So for those who have installed, I just want you to open your Android Studio. I'll just share my screen. Can you confirm, is my screen visible? Is my screen visible? I think my screen is visible. I'll just open my Android Studio. So if you open your Android Studio, you will just get like this. Just press on new project, then your screen will appear like this. I already opened Android Studio because it will take some time to open it, so I already opened. But if you are opening now, just click on new project, then your screen will appear like this. So after opening Android Studio and clicking on new project, just click on empty activity. Just select the empty activity, as just we are practicing Android Studio. Is my screen visible? I think it's clear. As we are just practicing Kotlin basics, it will just it will be good for us to use empty activity. Then click on next. Then here, this is your name of the project. Here you can give any name, like hello world, just anything. You can give any name of your wish. Then your package name will be com.example.hello world. What is the name you have given here? The same name will be displayed here. And this is the location. It's a default location. Is my screen visible? Can you see clearly my screen? Um Android Studio is in dark mode only. I can't change it. Okay, let's continue and click Kotlin as we are learning Kotlin. And for now, just choose API Android Jelly Bean 4.3 version as it is compatible for 99.5% devices. Just choose that for now, and we will see more about that in the future sessions. So, and click on finish. If you click on finish, your screen will be like this. Your screen will be like this. It will take some time for loading the screen, so just wait patiently. So after that, just click on file here and click on new. If you see here, we have a Kotlin class or file folder. Just click on that and give any name like Kotlin basics as we are learning today. And here choose file, file, new, Kotlin class or file. This Kotlin basics, choose file and click on enter. You will find your screen like this. It will take some time if you are opening it for the first time. So this is how you should create your first you should open the Android Studio. Now we will be seeing about what is basically Kotlin means and everything. What are the concepts you should learn in Kotlin to become an Android developer. So basically, Kotlin is a statically typed programming language that is completely open source and free to use. So, what is statically typed language means each variable and expression is already known at compile time. Uh, as Java, C, these are also statically typed programming languages only. And Kotlin can compile down to Java bytecode as it is similar to Java. It is just an extract of Java and thus can run on Java virtual machine, that is JVM, and on Android also. Apart from this, it can be compiled down to JavaScript also and can even run on embedded devices and iOS devices also. It is able to target all these platforms with single language and share parts of your codes between them. So, why we choose Kotlin over Java? So Kotlin is newly created language that is inspired by Java, but it is an improvised version of Java with so many additional features in it. It is clean, relatively simple, and carries fewer formalities and rules compared to Java and other programming devices. And in order to use this language to program Android apps, developers still need to understand basic programming concepts and structures. And Kotlin application deployment is faster to compile, lightweight, and prevents application from increasing size. And any chunk of code written in Kotlin is much smaller compared to Java, as it is less verbose and less code means fewer bugs. Kotlin compiles the code to a bytecode which can be executed in the JVM. So we can execute this in JVM also. So let me tell you few interesting facts about Kotlin. 62% of developers have expressed interest in developing in Kotlin, and it is the fourth largest according to Stack Overflow survey. And 20% less time is spent on stabilization after adopting Kotlin due to less null pointer exceptions. We will be seeing null pointer exceptions today. And 30% less code as compared to Java. And time spent on reviews and maintenance is also less compared to Java in Kotlin. And 70% of top 1000 apps on Play Store are developed in Kotlin. And 60% professional Android developers uses Kotlin. And the starting salary for the Android developers who know Kotlin is 10 lakhs. Just a fresher can get 10 lakhs per year, so it will be a great career opportunity also. And Google also announced that for Android development they are using Kotlin, so it will be of a great use if we know how to use Kotlin. So this is about the introduction of Kotlin. And today we will be seeing five concepts of Kotlin. The basic five concepts are variables and types. First one. Second one is control flows. Third one is functions. Fourth one is collections. And fifth one is classes and objects. Today we will cover up to functions. So let's see one by one what are they. So first one is variables and types. Uh, as we already know what is a variable, we have seen in C also. A variable is a location in a memory, and to indicate the storage area, each variable should be of unique name. And next, control flow. So control flow allows to do something conditionally and to repeatedly run code conditionally. And next one is functions. Functions enable us to separate code and to run code blocks when needed. And next is collections. Collections enables us to store multiple elements in one place and iterate through multiple elements with the help of control flows. And next one is classes. Classes allows us to create our own data types, and they are also used to keep the data members and methods together in one place. And it is also used to write more readable and maintainable code. And if we are working for a project, classes will be very useful also. So let's see one by one. So let's start with our basic statement, hello world. So I hope everyone created a file in the Android Studio. So let's start with a hello world program only. So in I'll just zoom my I'll just zoom my screen so that it will be visible for you. Is my screen visible? Is the font size okay or should I increase? Should I increase the font size? Okay, I'll increase it a bit. Okay. So let's print hello world. So in C we basically use int main. Here we use fun main, fun main. Fun is nothing but a function. So the program execution starts from fun main. So let's write our first statement print of hello world. So just click on this green button, just click on run, the code will run. So we got output hello world. So this is our first statement. Just write print of hello world. There is no need for semicolon also. So this is our first print statement. And if we want to write any comments, we can write this is my first print statement. So this line will be comment. And if we want to write a multiple line comment, then we can use slash star. This is multiple line comment. So in this way we can write our multiple line comment. So now let's see some basic examples. Let's do one thing. I'll just clear it out. So let's take a variable. Let's write var. Var means variable. Var, like var equals to var a equals to some 10. So let's print this. For printing a variable, we will use a dollar sign inside the semicolons and write a. Just run it. Here we got 10. And if we want to know what is the type of a, here we got int. It is of integer type. Not only var, we can also use val. A equals to 10. It also works in the same sense, but var, if we use var, variables can be mutable. But if we use val, variables are immutable. So here we wrote val a equals to 10. Now if we want to assign a equals to 15, some 15 like that, error will be here we will get an error because it is immutable. So but if we use var keyword and if we run the code, there will be no error because it is mutable. And we know like in int we have byte, short, int and long. So we will be seeing that. So this is called a type interface concept, and that allows us to assign a value to the variable, and Kotlin knows which type is this. Because here we declared this var equals to var a equals to 10, but we didn't say it. Say a is either integer, short, or byte. So by default, the Kotlin compiler will understand that a is a integer. If we write 10.0, it will automatically thinks that it is a double. But if we write 10.0 f, then it thinks that it is of the type float. We will see now more about that. So we will write val my byte. This is a variable name. My byte is a variable name, and if we put colon and here you specify it is of type byte equals to, let's take 13. Next, for short, we will take my short semicolon. It is of the type short. And let's take some 125. And next val my int. semicolon. It is of the type int equals to, let's take some 123, 123, something like that. And next val my long. This is the last one. It is of the type long equals to. Here, actually, I forgot to say about the byte sizes. So for byte, it can take 8 bits, and for short, it is of 16 bit, and for int, it is of 32 bit, and for long, it is of 64 bit. So for long, we can write like number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 like this, or we can even write like this: 39 underscore some 812 underscore some 309. Like this also we can write, it will understand it is a long number. So this is about integer data types. In this we have byte, short, int and long. And byte is of 8 bits, short is of 16 bits, int is of 32 bits, and long is of 64 bits. And next we will see how we will take a string. So let's take var my name. We can first we will write my name, Shreya. Let's see what the compiler thinks my name is. My name. So by default, it thinks that the compiler thinks that it is of a string type. So this is about string, and even we can declare it explicitly, like if we keep a semicolon and if we specify that it is of a string type, then it like this also we can declare it, or by default also the compiler thinks that it is a string. And next we will see about float and double. So val my float, it is of the type float, equals to some 13.37. Here we should mention f, so that the compiler thinks that it is a float, or else it thinks that it is a double only. And next we val my double, this of the type double. If we don't specify also, no problem. If we want to specify, we can. 13.23. If we type my float is of the type float, and my double is of the type double. And we can even print them also. Print of dollar my, let's print float value, my float. And we can run it. Sorry, here we didn't declare a, so an error occurred. Let's run again. So we got 13.37 as a value. So this is about floating point number types. And next let's see boolean types. So boolean means obviously we will have either true or false. Let's see that. Let's write var var is sunny. Is sunny equals to, let's write true. If we write like this, and if we see what is by default is sunny, so is sunny is by default it is a boolean. And if we want to explicitly declare that, we can just keep a semi, we can keep a colon and we can write boolean. So it will become boolean. And we can even write false also. And let's print that is sunny. Let's run it. So false is printed. So this is all about a boolean type. Next we will see about character. So char. Let's just comment this one. So val letter char. This is a variable equals to, let's write, let's take a, or we can explicitly declare it as char. And let's print this character. Print of double quotations dollar letter char. So if we run this code, a should get printed. See here, a is printed. So this is about char. Now let's see about arithmetic operators in Kotlin. So basically arithmetic operators are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and modulus operators. So let's explore them. Let's take var result equals to, let's take some 5 plus 3 and let's print the result. And we can use even print ln. So if we use println, the cursor will automatically go to next line after executing this print statement. So let's take like this result. So if we run the code, the result will be 8, as 5 plus 3 is 8. And let's do some more operations. Let's take 15 modulo 3. So the answer should be 0 as it is a modulus operators. Yeah. And let's see division also. Let's take 5 divided by 3. If we run this, it's 1. So what if we take 3.0 here? This one is int, but this one is double according to the compiler. So if we run, what will be the case? So it will surely generate. If we take 3.0, here we got the answer. But if we take 5.0, no error is in this case. Basically we will get an error if we do like this, but here no error is getting. Okay, I'll just see again this concept. So basically if there are two types, like if we take var equals to 5 and var a equals to 5 and var b equals to 3.0, and if we want to do a by b, basically it generates an error, but I don't know here the answer is coming. I'll just see once what's the concept behind it. So basically we can convert it to int only. We can just keep like this, and if we put dot and int uh, to int of And if we print this, now we will get the answer. So this is about arithmetic operators. So next let's see about comparison operators. So comparison operators are it's equals to or not equals to or less than, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, etc. Let's see an example on this. Let's take val is equal equals to, let's see 5 is equal to 3 or not. Let's print it. So obviously it will return a boolean. So let's see what it will return. Dollar is equal. So what happens if we run this? So obviously 5 is not equals to 3. So we got false as an answer. Let's do 5 greater than 3. So it should return true, as it is true. The condition is true. Here we got true. And without declaring here also, we can directly write it in the print statement also. Like, just remove the dollar sign. Is 5 greater than 3. Dollar, open curly braces, 5 greater than 3. Close the curly braces and just print the statement. Sorry, dollar sign here. So we got, is 5 greater than 3? Yes, it's true. So we got true. So this is about comparison operators. And here we can also write, if we take some variable minum, var minum equals to 5, and if we want to increment it by 1, we can write minum plus plus. It's same as c only, minum minus minus, and we can write plus plus minum, and we can also write minus minus minum. So these are same like c only, the same functionalities also. So next, let's look into other statements. So I'll just erase the code. Yeah. Now let's see about if else block. So let's take some value val equals to age equals to some 17. If else also is same like C only. If, let's take if age is greater than or equals to 25, curly braces, print ln of, let's write to contest in elections, and let's write an else if statement. Else if age greater than or equals to 18. Here we can use curly braces, and we can write the statement without curly braces also if we have only one print statement. So we can write it without curly braces, print ln of write to quote printer else. Let's write print you are too young. So let's run this code. So obviously age equals to 17 means it's not greater than or equals to 25 though. So if block will not get executed, then it will check else if block and age is greater than or equals to 18, so it's not greater than 18. So lastly else block will get executed. But if we take age equals to 30, let's take age equals to 30, what will happen? So obviously age is greater than 25. So right to contest in elections. This statement will get executed in this. So next, so this is about if else, and it's same like how we do programs in C. Nothing different. So let's jump into our next topic. So our next topic is when. So when is just like switch case in C. So we write like switch off some variable or some condition. In the same way, we use when statement in Kotlin, when keyword in Kotlin. So let's see an example. If we take var season equals to 3. So let's write when of season. So if it is a non zero number, then the block will get executed. Let's keep. If it is one, let's write keep in a hyphen and the arrow symbol. Then let's print println of spring. So if the season is one, then spring will get executed and printed. And if it is two, for two, let's write println of. Let's take summer. So if the season is two, then summer will get printed. And if the season is three, so here we can even write multiple print statements also. So let's just write multiple statements. So open curly braces. Here we can write print ln of. Let's take rainy and next statement print ln of. Let's write autumn, something like this. Okay. And in C we have a default case, right? If we use switch, so in when also in Kotlin we have a default case. For default we will use else. Else if the season is none of the above, we'll just print invalid season. So let's just run the code. We can even use Control Shift F10 to run the code. So our output is rainy and autumn because we took season equals to 3. So it will enter into the when statement block, and it will compare 3 and 1. It's not possible. 3 and 2, no. So 3 and 3. So the season is 3. So it will enter like this. And here we have two print statements. So it will print two statements. So if you want to execute the else statement, so just write season equals to 5. So let's run the code. So else statement is executed and invalid season is printed. In this way we can use when statement. And let's see another example for this. Now let's take var month equals to 3. So in the place of season, we will write month. So we here we will use range operator. So if the month is in between 3 to 5, we use in keyword. If the month is in between 3 to 5, means 3 and 5 are also included, then let's print spring. And if the month is in between 6 to 8, then let's print summer. And if the month is been between 9 to 11, here we'll just remove this one, then let's print rainy. And if the month is in between 12 to 2, here we can't write like 12 2 dots 2, it's not possible. So let's take like this 12 comma 1 comma 2, print autumn, or else it's an invalid month. So just we'll run this code. So the month is in between in the range of 3 to 5. So spring is printed, and if we give the month as 1, autumn should get printed. And if we give some month is like 13, the else statement will get executed and invalid month will be printed. So this is all about when. And next we will see about, yeah, there is still one example I just want to give. So let's declare, let's delete this code. Variable x, and if we want to know what x is, so which type, either it is an integer or a double or a float or a string or a character. So let's find out. So we can write any means it can be either integer, double, anything. So let's take it as 13 point some 37 like this. So let's write when of x. Here we use is keyword. If it is int, then we will print it is an integer, like integer. If it is double, then we will print double. Let's print double. If it is a string, then let's print it as string. If it is not any one of the above, then let's write else, print none of the above. Here we gave x as 13.37. So it is a double. So double should get printed if we execute this code. See, we got double as the output. If we keep any string like Shreya, if we keep that and if we run, see here we got string. But let's take some value like 13.37 but as a float. If we run it, none of the above should get printed. So this is all about when. I hope everything is clear up to now. I'm going too fast. Okay, let's continue. So next we will see about if we will see about which. So let's take an example. Let's take var x equals to 1 while x is less than or equals to 10. Let's print ln of semicolons dollar x. So after every iteration, let's increase its value x plus plus. So let's run this code. So we should get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we wrote println, so it's vertical. Let's write it in a horizontal way. Here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In this way we can use which, so it is just similar to C only. And if we want to do the same thing by using do while, do, here we should write condition which of x less than or equals to 10. Here there is no need for any colon or semicolon. We can just run it. Sorry, it's while, right? If we run it, here we got the output. So it's same as C. You can use it. So next let's see for loop. So let's just print numbers from 1 to 10 only. So for num in 1 to 10, print of dollar num. So let's run it. Here we got the output of numbers 1 to 10. The same thing we can do using until keyword also. So for num in 1 until 10, but 10 will be exclusive, 1 will be inclusive. So here we will get numbers from 1 to 9 only. If we want to print 10 numbers, here we can keep 11 and we can run the code. We got 1 to 10 numbers. So if we want to print from 10 to 1, like 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, here we can use num 10 down to operator down to 1. If we run the code, we will get 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But if we want to print like 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, means with two decrement. For every iteration we should decrement the we should decrement the value by 2. Then we can write step 2. So if we run it, then we will get 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. So this is all about for loop. And next let's see about functions. So let's write a function. For functions also we will use fun keyword only. Function my function of. Here we are not passing any parameters. Just print this is a function. The execution always starts from main only. So here let's call our function my function of. We can just run it. And this is my function will be printed. We can run it a number of times also. Like we can write my function of. Just run the code. Here we got it's printed two times. If we use ln, then it will get printed one after the other. So let's write a simple program like adding two numbers for it. So for that, let's create a function called add up. So we have to pass the arguments. So in C we will write int some add of int a comma int b. So in Kotlin also we can write fun add up of a colon. It is of the type integer comma b colon. It is of the type integer. And what should it return? The return type should also be an integer. So this is the way we have to write a function if we want to pass the parameters. So function fun keyword. Here you can give any function name, and next it is your parameter a semicolon colon, which is of the type int comma b colon. It is also of the type int, and it should return the value of the type int. So we'll just assign values for that. We'll take var a equals to 5, var b equals to 3, var result equals to add up of a comma b. And let's print the result here. Print of result is dollar result. So we will just run the code. Oh, sorry. I just forgot to write return statement in this. Return a plus b. So result is 8. Here this a and b will be passed here, and it will add up, and again it will return an integer to our main function, and it will get printed. And let's see another example. Let's now take a double. So let's take like 5.0, 3.0. Result is of the type double. So let's do average now, like avg. Here we will just edit avg of a. It is of the type double, right? So we should give double. Here also double, and the return type should also be a double. So let's just return a plus b by 2. So just as we will run the code. So the result is 4.0. So this is about functions, and you can explore many things in this. And these are also similar to C, so it will not be a problem while doing. So let's see about nullables next. This is one of the most important topic in Kotlin. Now I'll just erase this code. Okay. So basically, Kotlin's type system is aimed to eliminate null reference from code because it is a $1 billion mistake. You can Google about this $1 billion mistake. You can find more info about it, and because of that only we got null pointer exceptions in Kotlin. So null pointer exceptions are thrown by the program at runtime and sometimes cause application failures or system crashes also. So if anybody has been programmed in Java or any other languages that has concept of null reference, then you must have experienced it, and we will see more about null pointer exceptions here. So basically the possibilities of causing null pointer exceptions are, if we explicitly call to throw null pointer exception, or if we use an double exclamation operator, we will see in that, or any mismatch of data also will cause a null pointer exception. So let's see what is this null pointer exception. So let's take var. um, let's take some name. Let's take name, and it is of the type string. So it's equals to, let's take name as some Dennis. So here we took name as Dennis. So if we want to assign null to the name, what will happen? Name equals to null. If we want to print this, print of dollar name. We got an error because name is, uh, here null is initialized to name, so we can't do that. But we can do if we keep an question mark operator after string. So here we are specifying that the name can be null also. So in this way we can assign null to the name. And let's take another variable. Let's write var. Let's like nullable name. You can take any variable name. So let's take it as string. question mark equals to let's write okay let's write Shreya. Here let's just remove this question mark operator. So if we want to calculate the length for the above two variables, we'll just take another variable like len equals to name dot length. By using this, we will get the length var len equals to nullable name dot length. Let's print both the statements. Nullable name. Let's run it. Sorry, here we took same names for both of them. We can't do that. Let's run it now. Okay, before going to this, we got an error because we used question mark operator. That it's nothing but it can be null also. So here we will get an error. So if we don't want to get any error, we can do this actually. We can just use if statement like if of nullable dot length not equals to null. Then we can just write var length len2 equals to nullable name dot length, or else we can just print it as it's a null. Okay, so if it is not a null, if nullable name is not null, then length 2 will be incremented by how many letters in the nullable name, or else it will just print a null statement. We can just write println of null here. Here we are writing if else. So if it is not a null, then we are taking its length, or else we are printing it as null. So if we want to decrement the code, if we want to just reduce this code, we can just write like var length 2 equals to nullable name question mark dot length. So by using this statement, this question mark dot is called a save operator. So by using this, we can just write that if nullable name is not null, then the its length uh, will be assigned to length 2, or else a null character will be assigned to length 2. So this is about safe operator. Let me just delete this. We will see call operator of this. So let's write var nullable name. It is of the type string question mark. Let's take Dennis. So let's see a call operator. Let's take nullable name question mark dot let of println of it dot length. I'll just explain you what it means. So if we run it, here we got 5. So this is an call operator. So if we write a question mark dot let, so if nullable name is not null, then print its it dot, it means here nullable name dot its length. So suppose if we take null here, here we will not get any output because it's a null. But if we write, if we take any string like Dennis, its length will get printed here. So this is about call operator. Next, let's see about Elvis operator. So Elvis operator is nothing but a question mark with a colon. Let's take var name equals to. Let's just assign this nullable name to name. Nullable name question mark a colon, and let's write some. If nullable name is null, then we should just write something default, so the name will not be a null character. So let's write some like guest. Let's write guest. So if nullable name is a null, then by default name guest will be assigned to name. We will just take this one. So just let's print of dollar name. If we print this, here we got Dennis because here we gave nullable name as Dennis. But if we give this as null, then guest will be printed because nullable name is null. So by default, guest will be assigned to the variable. And now let's see about double exclamation operator. I'll just comment it. Let's take nullable name as Dennis. So let's just print nullable name double exclamation dot. Let's convert it into lowercase to lower case of. let's run the code. So Dennis will get printed in the lowercase. If we take here null, and if we run the code, we will get an error. We will get an exception because nullable name is null. So if a nullable name is not null, then this operator will be helpful to convert it into lowercase or uppercase or anything. So this is about nullables, Elvin operator, and safe operator, call operator, etc. So let's stop here for today, and in the next session we will continue about classes. So before ending the session, I just want to show you how to work on Android Studio, Android Development Study Jam. So uh, just click on the first link. Just click on the first link which I have posted in the group. Then you will, then this website will get opened, and don't forget to log in into the website using your credentials, and don't forget to make your profile as public so that we can track your progress. And in this study jam we will have six modules. These six modules here you are seeing. So every module you can earn some badges. So a total of 16 badges you can earn from this Android study jam. So let's explore first unit. So Kotlin basics, we have seen Kotlin basics, so let's do. So in this first unit we have four pathways. So for every pathway we will get a badge. So let's click on explore. So the first one is a video. Let's just skip that. And second one is also a video. Let's just skip that. And third one. Here create your first program in Kotlin. Let's take this lab. So here just read this just read these things before you start. So let's skip this. So basically Google is providing a Kotlin playground, so we can use that to run Kotlin programs. We can use Android Studio, and without Android Studio also we can learn, we can just execute the programs in Kotlin playground also. Just click on this, the playground will get opened. So let's see what are the programs in this, so you will get an idea. So first one is hello world program, here already there. Just we will run this. So hello world is printed. So our first program is completed in this one. So you can just read everything here. I'll just show you how to do this code labs. So our next thing is just change hello world to happy birthday. Let's do that. Happy birthday, and let's run this. Here you can see happy birthday is printed. So this is also done. And here they gave about a function keyword and how we will write function main, everything we have covered it. So this one is over, and here they just printed some statements. I'm just copy pasting, but you don't copy paste. If you practice only you can get you can learn. So just I'll run it. See here we got happy birthday Jansi, you are 25. Here we use ln. So after executing that print statement, the cursor will be moved to next line. So here we got like this. If we don't use this ln statement, then it will come in a single line like happy birthday Jansi, you are 25. Okay. So if we do an error, like if we don't keep these quotations, so obviously Jansi, it will think it as an error. And in Kotlin, you can know what type of error it is. It is unresolved reference Jansi. So you can correct it by keeping quotations. You got the answer. So just read it. You can know. So this is our full code for the program, and it is a summary. And if we want to explore more about this Kotlin vocabulary, just click on this link and you can know many keywords using that. You can see what's the class, code editor, everything. And if you have time, just check this out. And next, it says practice on your own. So we can practice, just see the programs. So by this, we completed our first code lab. So after every code lab, we will get a quiz. So just write the quiz. In the quiz, it will be basically of 6 questions, and we should definitely answer 5 of them correctly. And we will have many number of attempts, so there will be no problem. But just make sure that you will at least do 5 correct answers, so that you can proceed further. So let's take next code lab. So this is the introduction, please read it. And here they just wrote a function main, println happy birthday robo, and another print statement you are already 5, and another print statement 5 is a very best age to celebrate. And if we run it on our playground, then this will be the output for that. So if we want to print a birthday cake, then we can use Kotlin programming language also, and we can surprise our friends by printing a cake for their birthday. So let's just copy this code and let's just paste it in our playground. Let's see how the cake will be. So let's run this code. Yeah, here we got our birthday cake. Happy birthday, Rover, with a birthday cake, and you're already 5. 5 is the best age to celebrate. So next, see, our output matches it because we just copy pasted. Don't do that. So next, create and use variables. Like we have already seen how we will create a variable in the Kotlin. We can use val or var keywords to create it. Val is immutable and var is mutable. So if you are using val, just be careful that you don't assign values to it further in the program. So for printing, we have to use a dollar symbol with a forever basis and in that which variable you want to print, just write it. And you can just go through this. You can just read everything and understand, and you can practice it in the playground also. And if you want to print like this, so just let's copy it and let's paste it here. Control V. If we run this, we will get the output as like this. But if we want to use functions, we can use it here. We can just write as function main print border of means it is a function we declared here. In this, we have written a print statement with all the equals to, and next happy birthday Jansi, next another print statement. And if we do this, and if we copy paste this in the playground, this output will be this output will come to us. And if we don't want to like write println of this many equals to's, we can use repeat statement also. If we write repeat of 23 of print equals to, then it will automatically get printed 23 times. Here we don't need to decrement anything. Let's copy paste it. Let's write print border print border. And if we run this, sorry, I forgot this. Yeah, we forgot to keep a println statement. Yeah, we got the same output. Here we just used a repeat keyword. So 23 times the loop will get repeated. And not only equals to, we can keep percentile symbol also. We can keep anything and we can run it. See it, it's more beautiful than the previous one. We can do like this also. And you can just go through everything. You can understand it clearly. Just read the above content and try to understand it. And if you don't understand or if you are stuck in any one point, you can just contact us. We will help you to go further. So in this way, you have to complete your code labs, and after every code lab, you will have a quiz, and you should definitely take the quiz. So by doing this, you will earn badges. So if you complete this four, you will get four badges. So like this, you should complete all the modules, like 16 modules. Sorry, six modules. In that, you can get 16 badges. So that's it. If you complete that 16 badges, you will be we will form you into a team where you can develop your own application with the team members, and that application will be submitted to Google. So that's all for today. And if you have any queries, you can just ask me. Maybe it's about Kotlin or Android Jam also. And in the future sessions we will be creating some small apps and so much interesting and cool things. So please stay with us till the end of the Android study jam. If you don't have any further queries, we will wind up the session. Are there any queries? I hope no one have any queries. So thank you for attending the session. Thank you.